guys? Happy Friday Eve. Today I've decided to do a short video on what's in the bag. What am I carrying? What do I normally play with? Um, Stuff like that. So with one of the very first discs that I had, that I started with in April, was this Leopard 3. Um, Great little understable disc. Um, Good for shots. I mean, 350, anywhere around there. But yeah, love it. Good. Um, it is DX, so it is bent a little bit because I love to hit trees. So my next disc is a Latitude 64 Culverin. This is something that I throw a lot in the wind. It's a little heavier. It's, I believe, 173. Um, It is been dyed. It was glow. It is a moonshine disc, but it has been dyed by Brody. Let's see, another a driver that I have, a distance driver that I love to use, is this Knight. It's got a little bit of turn, um, and pretty hard fade. Not really good to use in the wind, but nice day out. This is going to be one of my go-to drivers. Next one is the Valkyrie. This one is not super understable. It's pretty stable. So it's just good for some not very windy days. Probably up to about 350 is what I'd use this for. My next disc is the Vulture. Now this one's super flippy for whatever reason. I like it for special occasions. I don't use it very much, but it is something that I carry in case, I need something that's going to cut through the wind. It's a little heavier, I believe. This disc is a 176, and it is ESP plastic from Discraft. So one of the few Discraft discs that I actually carry in the bag. My first mid-range disc is this Rancho Star Rock. Love it. It's got a slight fade. Not very good in the wind, but it is one of my favorites to use. One of my favorite mid-range, one of my favorite upshot discs. I think this is one that I had when I started out, so love this one. It's got to be in the bag. This is actually a brand new disc. This is a Glow Boone County Open from this last weekend. It's a T-Bird 3. I haven't really thrown it yet, but the couple times I have thrown it, it's been really useful for some windy days. It's pretty beefy. It is pretty new. It's 167, so it's not super heavy, but it gets the job done. So, yep. All right, one of my other favorite distance drivers is the Star Corvette. It is 175, made by Innova, as you all know. It has a little bit of turn, not much, but I love it for the wide open distance shots. Use it a lot at Lincoln Ridge. If I go play AJ Jolly, I'll use this a bunch. But yeah, this is one that I've had since I started in April. All right, so now we're getting to my Hades. Now, I only carry a few Discraft discs at all in my bag, and these three Hades are the ones I have found to be the best. So this Hades is just a little bit more stable than the other two. It flies pretty straight. I use a lot for the wind. It's good for the wind. Sometimes it'll turn a little bit, but not much. I just use it mainly for driving, and it looks cool. It's just like this, I don't know, kind of a sea foam green, I guess, with a blue stamp. It's pretty cool. I'm really digging the Hades. This one is light blue dye with kind of a camo stamp. I don't know if you can kind of see that in the camera. It's kind of hard to see from back there. But this one is very flippy. It was my very flippy Hades. And then last but not least, my most recent purchase. This is only 170, but it flies straight as an arrow. Not a lot of flip to this. If it does, I really have to crank on it. Um, and it's just it's more of a gradual turn and fade out. But love them. Love the Hades. Kind of reminds me of a destroyer almost. But I'll get to those in a second. My pride and joy. This is my Ricky Wysocki destroyer. I love this thing. This is my main forehand disc. I don't care what the distance is. I can usually throw this one. If you are at all familiar with Lincoln Ridge in Northern Kentucky, you know hole 24, 520 feet. Can usually get this within 50 to 60 feet on a forehand. This is just my go-to. I've been using this since I started. One of the very few that I've had that I bought the first week I started playing, but love it. My next disc that is just necessary to have in my bag at all times is this Explorer. I throw the heck out of this thing. So it's really good. It's a really good fairway driver. It's pretty stable. I use it a lot for Boone Woods. I use it a lot for medium range shots, probably anywhere from 300 to 380. If I need a good little hyzer get out there, this is what I'll use. Yeah. Next mid range is this Rock 3. I love the Rock families. Use this Rock 3, all around good discs. Champion Plastic, Innova 173. Can't live without it. Next is my Beat-In Halo Shrike. I hated this thing at first because of how beefy it was. The fade was very extreme, but now I've been using this a lot. The stamp's kind of fading off there. You can kind of see in the camera. It is becoming a little bit better, but yeah. So love this disc. Got to beat it in first. Next is the Recoil. This is it's kind of a faster disc. It's a 12 speed with a hard fade. So if you want something that kind of cuts through the wind, it's going to fight a headwind. This is the one that I use. Very dependable. It's not super light, not very heavy. It's 171, so very good disc. Latitude 64, fave. The next disc that I use is the EMAC Truth. This one plays a lot like my Rock 3 for me. It's not glow, but it has 5 speed, 5 glide. It's nice bi-dynamic disc, so another must. Another disc that I came across here recently is a Glide. Very understable. Actually pretty good in the wind. I've been using a lot in the wind for how understable it is. But yeah, another one that I've kind of picked up and enjoy using. My Star Beast. It is very good, Star Plastic, made by Innova. This one's pretty light. It's 158. This is what I had when I started out, just trying to, increase my arm speed a little bit, increase my, better my form. But yeah, this is another must to have in the bag. This is another very light disc I have. It's a Sapphire by Latitude 64. It is 155 grams. Another must in my bag. Looks cool in the air. Can really put this one out there if it's not really windy. Can't throw this at all when it's windy, but super important to have in my bag. Another destroyer, Star Destroyer. This is 168. It's a little bit lighter than my other one, um, but still flies just as far. I like to have an extra backup destroyer in there, in case anything happens to either this one or that one. So, all right, the Mako 3. You like to have a little straight flyer. This is a Champion Plastic Mako 3. Um, Made by Innova, of course. It's 171. It's kind of light. I mean, I can't really use it when it's super windy out, but it is a very nice disc. Next is the XT Atlas. So this disc is warped. I don't know if you can see that, how warped it is. My uncle actually gave this disc to me. It's turned out to be pretty unstable. It's got two different types of plastic. I'm not exactly sure what plastic it is. It's kind of like an MVP where the rim is a little bit kind of more eraser, kind of like a rubber plastic almost. But yeah, this is something that I don't use very often, but when I do, I need something that's going to be a little bit more unstable. But yeah. Let's see. Ones I use in the bag. My putters. So my putters mainly consist of my two Lunas. So I got this red stamped Luna, and I got this red, white, and blue stamped Luna that I got at, this one I got from Brody, and this one I got from Disc and Dat, a local store, local frisbee golf store. And yeah, love them, fell in love with them. I tried AVRs when I first started because, everyone said, oh, got to use those. I wasn't a fan of them. I like the Wardens from Dynamic Disc. I also picked up this at my first tournament this year in August. It is a Wizard. I have gotten 4 aces with this thing so far this year. My most recent at Lincoln Ridge on hole 9. It's very, very sturdy disc, hard plastic. It's 173, and it's also a glow disc. Very nice putter. Use it all the time. I use this a lot for approaches. I throw a lot of putters, but yeah, mainly I use my Lunas for driving. Pretty unstable, both of them. But yeah, definitely a must in my bag at all times. So, all right, well, guys, this has been a what's in my bag. Brody is going to share with us what is in his bag, and we will get that video posted probably after this one. I don't know when this is going to go up, but probably later on this evening, if not tomorrow morning. So I will catch you all later. See ya.